Man, I really have some favorite beginner weapons for you guys that I've really enjoyed when I very first started Warframe. Um, I really enjoyed a lot of different weapons, and I guess we'll talk about melee first because honestly, I don't even remember. I remember secondary, but I don't remember primary as a beginner. So I really don't know. I think most of the time I was using Soma as a beginner weapon, but to be honest, that took a very long time to get, and I don't know, a lot of people, I mean, a lot of you can get it, but the relics as well, farming it and stuff like that. I mean, I just got it off a whim, and I wasn't even farming relics like that, to be honest. I guess it just happened out of nowhere, to be honest. I can't even remember how I got the Soma Prime, you know? So the Soma Prime was a beginner weapon for me, um, you know, being a new player and stuff. But let's go ahead and talk about the melee weapons that are literally the best for beginners, all right? Starting off with Dragon Akana. Dragon Akana is an amazing, dope weapon. Like, this is powerful. Don't worry about the stats that you're looking at. It's comparing the dual carries prime to the Dragon Akana, so don't worry about that. But for a beginner weapon, Dragon Akana was dope as hell. All right, and it's strong. It's really strong, to be honest. Like, obviously not stronger than the Nakana Prime, but it's literally goes Nakana Prime, then second Dragon Nakana. If we're gonna talk about the best Nakana, yeah, Dragon Nakana is up there. It's literally second in that spot. So, um, and yeah, like this is something I would definitely work forward to. But of course, this is probably gonna be like Mastery Rank 13 type weapon. But we're gonna check at the Mastery ranks for you guys as well. So, um, yeah, moving on to the moving on to the dual Skana. I think this was like my very first upgraded beginner weapon. This is probably at least master rank 8 or 9 or in the singles at least. So yeah, this was definitely one of my greatest weapons. I definitely recommend to maybe a lot of lower, or for sure a lot of lower mastering players. Whatever mastering this is, which again we'll take a look at, this is definitely was one of my go-to's. Now there might be many more. There might be many more. I'm definitely just talking off my experience, but there's definitely many more weapons that are, I'm sure, that are very much powerful than maybe the dual Skana. I mean, dual Zorin, wow, that looks good. But then again, the mastering also matters. So, looking at these weapons, some people might not be able to get these weapons. But of course, I always recommend the weapons that are available, like Heat Sword. That's one of the swords that is I'm using for my other account right now. I love it actually. I mean, the fact that it does heat, it's doing damage, and the fact that you can literally do a slam attack and then it procs heat damage, really amazing. So yeah, which obviously I don't see it here because it's a blueprint. You automatically just get it. I can't remember how you get it, but you automatically get it from somewhere. All right. So, but yeah, that's another great sword. And like I said, there's many more, but I don't know. These weapons were definitely my top tier weapons that I liked the most. I think Dual Skana was probably my definitely most used weapon out of all other weapons when I was a beginner. This is definitely the only melee weapon I used throughout Warframe. So, yeah, trying to get to the top, I literally took this weapon with me. All right, and then of course I moved on to the Dragon Icona because this definitely was a stronger weapon. So this weapon being a mastery rank, wow, mastery rank nothing. Yeah, this definitely has to be a lower class weapon, of course. Um, I don't know why we don't see the mastery rank. It makes sense why it doesn't have a mastery rank when you click on it in the game because it's mastery rank 0. So anybody can get it. Dragon Akana being mastery rank 8. That is really great. You could literally get a high weapon at mastery rank 8. And again, great stats to it. And that's the weapon that I recommend to a lot of you guys. Definitely, I recommend it. And then there's many more. I know this is a high mastering weapon. A lot of people are probably not at. But like I said again, there's many more. Again, the Heat Sword being a mastering 3 weapon. This is another great weapon that I recommend to a lot of people as well. When you are maybe at a mastering where a lot of the great weapons are not recommended to you, or you're not available or eligible to get them. Not available, but eligible. Oh, dual heat sword is another great one as well. And that'll definitely, even though the slash damage is a bit lower, but the heat damage, of course, has to be higher, which I don't see. You'll probably have to equip the weapon in order to see the heat damage, but I'm sure the heat damage is going to be better on the dual heat sword rather than the original heat sword. So, yeah, I guess, I mean, it applies a bit more damage. I don't know why. I don't know why they made it that way, which is like a dual heat sword. Like, what? Yeah. That was messed up on Digital Machine's part. And I also took a look at the dual Zorin, and I am amazed on the stats here. Critical chance is 25%. It's got 3 times the crit multiplier, but it has low status and damage is pretty low. But it's very interesting that the critical chance and crit multiplier is there. So it might be somewhat effective. It's low on damage, but however, I think this is like a little bit of common weapon if you think about it, because most of the weapons are common with low damage. So it's very interesting as well to see a stat with 25% critical chance and 3 times the crit multiplier. It's very interesting. Very, very. But I still recommend a weapon like this too. And it's a mastering 2 weapon. So that's very interesting how, a weapon like this is eligible to a mastering 2. You guys let me know which is your favorite beginner weapon and which is the best beginner weapon for players. Like and subscribe if you're new to the channel. Follow me on all social medias and Twitch. Links are in the description. Thanks for watching. Love you guys, and I'll see you in the next video.